My boyfriend won't let me go over to his house, and he confessed that he is living a double life and hasn't divorced his wife, so I am thinking of nuking both of his lives. I have been dating my boyfriend for a year and a half. For context, 3 years ago, I got out of a terrible marriage of 13 years, but the divorce was finalized about a month after we started dating. He's such a nice guy. He's kind, funny, has a good job, and he was totally willing to take things at my pace since he knew I was affected by my ex-husband. For a while, my only complaint was that he smoked, which I didn't like, but once I told him, he immediately stopped smoking while at my house, which I'm sure was hard. However, as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to ignore the fact that I haven't ever been to his house or met his daughter. It really bothers me, especially since he's met all my kids many times now. They even have inside jokes, and my oldest daughter baked him a loaf of sourdough bread for him for Christmas. He also comes over to my house frequently. I've tried to talk to him about it, but all he says is that his house is messy. At first that made sense to me since my house is typically fairly clean, but I'm not bothered by mess at all and he knows this. I'm more bothered by not meeting his daughter. I'm not even sure if she knows about me. I knew that it would take a while for me to meet her, so I'm trying to be understanding. A few weeks ago, he invited me to her martial arts event so I could finally meet her. Then, 2 days before, he told me he had gotten the date wrong and we missed it. I was really upset, but he didn't seem to be. I'm not sure what to do. It might be her who doesn't want to meet me, which I would totally understand. When we started dating, I waited a bit before telling my kids. I told them they could meet him whenever they wanted, and 2 months after that, they asked to meet him. I just wonder if he doesn't want me to meet her or the other way round. He keeps saying we'll meet soon, but it hasn't happened. I don't think this is anything to end a relationship, but it hurts my feelings. Update: I was going to wait until tomorrow to talk to him since my daughters would be out of the house with friends. But he got here before my kids got home from gymnastics, so I sent my older daughter money for them to go see a movie. A lot of people thought I was being stupid or silly for not realizing he had a wife still, but he spent so much time here. He was off work a couple days last week and was here the whole time, watching movies with my kids and helping me do yard work. He was here on Christmas, although only half the day. How could you keep so much time a secret? I mean, it's unthinkable. Anyway, he got home, and I started to talk to him about it, how it made me feel like I was just a casual part of his life, where he was a huge part of mine. He assured me I was very important to him but still tried to make excuses. I told him, I'm sorry, but this actually is a big deal. It might not have seemed that way to him since I try really hard not to be pushy, but it really hurt me. Then he said, if it's so important to you, you can come over sometime soon. That sounded good, but then I thought about how it was always sometime soon with his daughter as well. So I said, we need to make a plan for me to come over this week, and he needs to stick to it. He looked really uncomfortable and said I couldn't stay the night because of my kids. I said they almost always spend one night a week with the neighbors, so I could go over them. He got really quiet, and I could tell he was trying really hard to come up with something else. I said, you're still married? And he said yes. Then he left without saying anything. I don't know what he told his wife. I think I should tell her, so I'm trying to figure out how to contact her. I know I might come off as naive and silly, but I am genuinely shocked. He seems so genuine. I called my older kids to tell them, and they were upset but said they were proud of me. They know it's hard for me to do stuff like that. My younger girls are still out and told me they might get dinner out too, so I'm just thinking alone. I was perfectly content with my friends, my family, and my cat. I think I'll be good with that for a while, but don't feel too bad, I'll be happy that way.